looking back, should I have gone in the military? I think for my personality type, I probably would have been better suited for that. Yeah. I probably should be told what to do. But then now, like, I'm ruined now. Like, I've been completely.
Let me ask you this. Do you have more discipline in a group setting with a team where you're held more accountable, or on your own?
Oh yeah. If I'm on my own, I can't leave. And that's why I went. So I ran the Keller Williams office for 3 years.
Yeah.
And it's they bring in like $1 million in revenue. They have, $1 million expense line. It's a small to medium sized business. And I got, stepped into the CEO role. Yeah. And there was a lot of adversity in the job because it was 2019 and then 2020 happened. And then, so COVID, I got dealt, a couple of challenges that were hard for me to dig out of and like try to figure out and navigate my way through.
Yeah.
And I just started to realize, like, I don't know if I have enough tools. I don't know if I have enough tools for the job. It's getting cold in here.
Yeah, let's turn the heater on, Mal.
We're in the dungeon. We're in the dungeon. The noise. Mallory warned us. She brought a blanket and everything. She is smart.
So you have to turn the heat up a couple notches. Yeah, we'll get some beeps going. It's like one of the arrows. Yeah. Go up to like 82. There we go.
Yeah, thinking about moving from that position to my own. In that position, I was working, 60 to 70 hours a week. Yeah. Showing up first, like, I had a staff. So when somebody's expecting me to show up,
then you're like,
there's no more I can't get any more dialed in than that, right? Because if I've set myself up, and then I had a coach tell me too, it's like, well, if you feel like the only time you're motivated to do anything is when somebody else is expecting you to do something, then just tell people that you're going to do stuff.
Yeah, make a little
just make promises. Like, find somebody to do something for, and then put it on your schedule, and then you'll just keep moving forward.
Yeah, you got to make like some accountability buddies.
Yeah,
with you that will like no shit tell you.
Yeah, there's some of that too, but the hard thing I've had with like accountability coaches and like partners is I feel like I normally outlast them. I remember listening or reading an article or something about like raising kids, and you have to wear them out. You can't let them wear you out, right? So it's like, Dad, I'm hungry. Dad, I'm hungry. Dad, I'm hungry. Hey, Dad, I'm hungry. I know, buddy, you're hungry. We just had breakfast. You said you were full, and now you're going to have to wait till lunch. And then he'll say until lunch every 5 minutes that he's hungry. And you can't let that like break you.
Yeah.
Right?
It's same with like training a dog too. Like,
yeah. Just like there's some things that you could do, especially like with like a little kid, what they did at military school. You can't do that to a 2-year-old because their brain's not developed to where it's like they can. Yeah, there's no understanding. There's no logic. All they realize is, why is Dad mad? I have no idea why Dad's mad. He's yelling at me right now. Yeah. It's kind of scary. I don't really like Dad when he's yelling.
Yeah.
But he just asked me 75 times if he could have food. Yeah. And I told him no. And he doesn't care. So it's like you have to outlast, right? You have to have that tenacity. And so like I've always just outlasted my accountability buddy. Like, yeah, I know I didn't do that thing I said I was going to do, or, the best accountability is showing up face to face or telling somebody I will do something for you. Right.
Yeah.
Aside from like making a promise, like if I told you I'm going to go do this thing, I'm going to contact, this is classic real estate, right? I'm going to go make 10 calls to people I've never met before and ask them, prospect real estate, right? Right. And then I'm supposed to every day come back to you and be like, hey,
I did that. And here's the proof. If the first day I didn't do it, you're like, Rob, I thought you said you were going to do 10. Yeah, I know. And I'll give you 25 excuses. You're like, all right, you made the promise tomorrow. You're going to do it. Right.
All right, I'm going to do it. And I'm committed.
Yeah. But
something will come up and then I won't do it. And then I come back and you're like, Rob, did you do it? No, I didn't do it. What kept you from doing it? You could yell at me and I'd be like, all right, okay. I'll do it again tomorrow. It's fine. But I know that it's not the end of the world. You're not really committed to my goal. I have to be committed to my goal.
Yeah.
If I'm not committed to my goal, you just stop asking me.
Yeah.
You'll just be like,
every time I ask you,
you say you're not going to do it. So why am I going to keep doing this? Like, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we just hang out anyway?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
where your presence isn't like physically needed, it's even harder.
yeah. But if I told you like, hey, Blake, hey, I'm thinking about selling the house. Can you come over and give me an evaluation? I'd do that. It's like a specific thing that's impacting.
We'll be in person.
It's in person and it's valuable to you. Like you are actually going to get value out of it. And if I don't do it, you're going to be upset at me, and I don't want you to be upset at me. Yeah. Like that's the last thing I want, right? There's part of me that's kind of a people pleaser in that way. Sure. I don't want people. I never felt like I had a lot of friends when I was a kid.
Yeah, you don't want to let people down.
I don't want people.
I don't think you're a people pleaser. I think you.
That's probably.
You just don't want to let people down.
Yeah, I don't want people to think negatively of me.
Sure. Yeah, and I think there's a little bit of that that's healthy in society. It's like,
yeah, mine's probably unhealthy.
If you're, we're very tribal, so it's like, if you want to be valuable to this tribe, it's like you should be able to be relied upon, and you don't. Like a lot of veterans, and I'm, because you have that mindset from military school, but it's like a lot of vets, it's like it's all about the camaraderie, the brotherhood.
Yeah,
never leave a man behind, kind of thing. So
yeah,
my biggest fear is like letting down my bros, right? In that sense, like if I check a corner late, or like, in a combat sense, if I don't reload fast enough, or I don't communicate well enough, or I don't check my equipment and I'm missing a star cluster flare that happened to me on something, I put it in the wrong pocket haphazardly, and I didn't secure the pocket, and I'm missing a huge element of command and signal to like tell our machine gunners to shift fire so they don't kill us. And I'm like,
it's a machine that's working, and you're like, if I break down, I impact all these people that I really care about. That's where I'm at I know I'm at my best, because I know people are relying on me to be that person to show up.
Yeah.
So
do you find leadership easy then in those situations? If you get put into leadership, does that help? Do you wear that mantle well?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think people would tell me. I think I've been told most of my life that I was a leader. So there's rank, so you get promoted.
Sure.
And there's a little bit of favoritism, a little bit from like the adult staff and the promotions, because it's the team leader adults that are kind of overseeing a lot of the cadet. Yeah. But for the most part, the cadets ran the core, right? We ran all the operations, everything, right? But when it came to promotions, it always ran through some of the adults.
Yeah, sometimes it's a popularity contest.
So sometimes it is, right? Yeah. But a lot of it had to do, 50% of it was weighted on your academic performance. And then 50% of it was weighted on your actual performance within the core, right? How many tours you marched, like did you get in trouble? So like a tour was an hour on Friday night or Saturday during the day, where we just took our rifle in our full BDUs and we walked in the quad. We just walked around in formation. So somebody was a squad leader to keep the cadence, left, right, and right turn, left turn. And you had a squad leader walk you around the box. And one tour was 1 hour. So you could get 3 hours done in, maybe it was 4 hours. It was 4 hours done on a Friday night because it was right after school. So you do 2 hours of PT, so that you full BDUs, and you go do PT for 2 hours. It was like an hour, and then like an hour of like formation, like a little bit of formation stuff. And then 2 hours study hall Friday night. And then you had to go straight to your bunk. You go straight to the room. Yeah. So then on Saturdays all day. So after 12 o'clock, because we always had something in the morning, from 12 o'clock till dinner, you were marching tours if you got in trouble. So some people marched a lot of tours, and then some, like James, my F-18 buddy, he never marched a single tour, even though we sabotaged his bedroom senior year, and he for sure should have walked tours. But he went to and I hope he's listening, but he went to the commandant's office and pleaded his case and didn't have to march tours, blamed it on his roommate, and got out of doing the tours, when his roommate knows that he is equally guilty.
Dog.
No, he just didn't he wanted to go his whole 4 years. He was a straight A student, never got a B. He wanted 0 tours. He wanted nothing on his record. And he was like ruthless about it. James Haley, you hear me, bro. I know you should have marched those tours, bro. Your room was dirty. There was trash in your trash can. And he should have marched tours, and he didn't do it. But
look who's flying F-18s now.
I know, yeah.
That's funny.
But that's kind of like the environment, right? So
go back to your question about leadership. I think because ended up being a squadron commander, so there was 4 squadrons, and then the regimental commander that in charge of all the cadets. So about 1,000 students. So my squadron was like 240 cadets my sophomore year. So I was one of the higher ranked. Like I think of it, it's like not all that impressive. Truthfully, like it's not that big of a deal. Yeah. But thinking about like, have I been a leader? I've always been called to be a leader. It's like one of the people in charge, right? Not a supporting role. I've always been kind of the one that's like, hey, Rob will do it. Like tell Rob to be the one in charge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It kind of gravitates to you a little bit.
Yeah. If in the absence of like, if somebody's looking for a volunteer and I'm in the room and nobody's raising their hand, like the urge for me to raise my hand, I'll be like,
that was my next
I'll
question.
do it. Okay, I'll do it. Oh my gosh, you're right.
Next question is, if you're in a setting where maybe like you're planning an event or like, initiative needs to be taken. Yeah. Are you the guy usually that takes it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I find that's a very similar trait that a lot of military guys have. It's like, I don't want to let the team down.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to do whatever the team needs. If somebody else is taking the initiative and like they need support in this way, like I'm the guy.
Yeah, tell me. You tell me what to do.
If no one's taking initiative, you're like,
I guess I'll do it.
Yeah, I gotta go.